Today's video is sponsored by sellcashier.com, where they compare iPhone prices on the internet and then give you a quick quote and the most cash for your iPhone. It's simple, fast, and secure. What is going on, guys? Joel here, and I've been getting a lot of requests, a lot of questions on social media of what tweaks I use. So I decided to go ahead and bring an old series back of the top Cydia tweaks. And this is going to be a part 1 of the series, hopefully to make it a series. Part 2 should be coming up pretty soon, but we're going to go ahead and take a look at what top Cydia tweaks that are compatible with the latest jailbreak, which is iOS 8.1.2. Now, if you haven't jailbroken, I have a link down below of how to jailbreak, so go ahead and watch that video if you want to jailbreak your device. But I'm not actually going to go into full detail, so I won't bore you guys. I'll quickly show you what they do. That way you kind of get an idea. And some of these tweaks I've actually covered in the past, so I'll leave a link down below if there's a video available. But to kick things off, this first one here is called prettierBanners. Now, it's not probably the most appealing tweak name, but essentially what it does is if you get tired of seeing your messages app icon, as you see here on your notifications, when you do receive a text message, you can actually use prettierBanners and replace that little icon with a profile picture of that certain person. So as you see here, you will now see that there's a profile picture when I receive a text message from myself, because I have a profile picture on my contact information. And it also even works on the lock screen, as you see here. But one thing I kind of hope they come out with is an update, kind of tweaking it up, because it doesn't really look appealing. Maybe have like a circular profile picture or something like that. Maybe even enlarge the photo a little bit, because it looks very tiny. Next up on the list, we have TetherMe. Now, TetherMe is a feature or a tweak I've been using quite a bit, because if you recall, with iOS 8 and also OS 10 Yosemite, there's a new feature called Instant Hotspot, which basically allows you to connect your device to your Mac and allows you to use the internet connection from your cell phone. But since I'm actually on a grandfathered in plan with AT&T, I actually don't have that capability, and I don't want to switch to a limited data plan. So in that case, with a jailbreak, it allows me to tether without having to switch over to a limited plan and then pay those extra fees. Now, I would say tethering is probably my main reason I do jailbreak my iPhones, because I'm still grandfathered in, and like I said, I don't want to move to a limited plan because I use a lot of data. So with TetherMe, it allows me to use that new instant hotspot feature with iOS 8 and OS 10 Yosemite without having to be on a tethered plan or whatnot. Next up on the list, we have Lockglyph. Now, I've covered this in the past in a separate video, but what this does, it gives you the Apple Pay animation on your lock screen. So it gets rid of the slide to unlock text and replaces it with this fingerprint Apple Pay animation here. So when you put your finger on there, it's gonna scan it and then it's gonna go ahead and unlock it, just like you would on Apple Pay. So this does require iOS 8 and of course a Touch ID device, but that's basically what it does. It gives it a new little look and animation. You can tweak some things in the settings like sounds and everything like that, and even change the color of the actual fingerprint on the screen. Now, this next tweak is called Barrel. We're gonna take it back. Now, Barrel has been out for quite some time. I've been using it ever since it's been available, and what it does is when you're changing screens, as you see here, it gives you new animations when flipping through page. So it gives it a new look. I know I turn a lot of heads whenever I'm out and about, and then people are being nosy and looking at my device while I'm scrolling. They're like, hey, what was that? So this is Barrel. So it allows you to switch between pages with different animations. And there's a variety of animations to choose from in the settings of Barrel. Now, this next tweak is called Color Your Board 8, and what it does is if you like the stock keyboard of iOS and don't want to download third-party keyboards, because as of iOS 8 came out, you're actually now allowed to install different keyboards, third-party keyboards. But with this, what it allows you to do is change the color of the stock keyboard, which is iOS 8's stock keyboard. So I actually like using sometimes third-party keyboards, and sometimes I just like using the stock keyboard. So with this, it allows you to go ahead and change the color of the keyboard, as you see in the name, Color Your Keyboard. So all you got to do is simply change the colors, tweak the colors here. You can change it to however you like, and then be sure to turn it on the top left, and then go ahead and save it. And once you do that, you can go ahead and go into your Notes app or your Messages app, anything, of course, that pops up the keyboard, and then you'll see the different colors here. I think the red one looks pretty dope. I'm a big fan of red and also black. So black and red, probably the best color combo ever. So go ahead and check it out, Color Board 8. Now this next tweak is probably the most beastly tweak available, and probably the only tweak you'll need, pretty much. And it's called a Springtomize III. It got updated to iOS 8 a couple weeks back, and it's like the ultimate tweak. I've covered this in depth in a video, so if you want to check that, I'll leave a link down below. But basically, here's some of the things you can change: the animation, app slider, control center, dock, folders, all that good stuff here. And if I simply enable it, I actually have it disabled. If I enable that and then go ahead and respring my device, you'll see the magic happen, and my device is kind of going to look like a completely new device. Now, many always ask me, how do I get rid of the app labels and also just make it look cleaner? I actually went ahead and downsized the icons on here, remove the labels of the apps or the app names along with the dots at the bottom. I did quite a bit of things, and I do have video kind of showing you how to do that. I'll leave it all down linked in the description below. But it looks a lot cleaner, and this is Springtomize III. It's a dope tweak. Now this next tweak is called Kill Background 8. It's a necessity in iOS. I don't know why Apple hasn't implemented something like this to iOS, but what it does, as you probably already guessed it, it kills all of your background running applications. So if I go ahead and open up App Switcher here, or my multitask switcher, you will notice a little skull at the bottom right. Now if I simply press that little skull there, all of the apps that I have running are going to go ahead and close without having me to swipe up on all the different apps that I have open in the background. It's a very useful tweak. There's a few settings you can tweak in the settings of Kill Background 8, but definitely it's a necessity for iOS, but with the jailbreak you can have it. Now next up, we're going to be talking about Spectral. Now Spectral is a very basic tweak, but it gives it a cooler look on your lock screen. Now what this deals with is your album artwork on your lock screen. So depending what music application you're running, it works with all of them. And when you lock your device, as you notice, typically you just get a plain background, but with Spectral, you're actually able to give your lock screen a little more character with a blurred album artwork. So it matches the album artwork, and it gives it a blurred background look. So as you see here, whichever album you're working with or whatever you're playing, it changes in between those albums. So I think it gives it a new look, and it's actually free. So I say why not download it? It's pretty cool. Now before we do head out, let's go ahead and take a quick look at our sponsor for this video, which is sellcashier.com. So if you're new to Sell Cashier, it's a simple website who actually purchases iPhones from all major US carriers and currently only operates in the US. It's a simple and fast way to get a quote and ship your iPhone out and then get paid for that iPhone. So the process is very simple. All you got to do is go over to sellcashier.com. You select the model of your iPhone and then go ahead and select the carrier of that iPhone and then choose the storage size of it. Go ahead and choose the condition of it as well, and then you'll get a quote, and then simply you just add it to your cart. You fill out the information that it's provided, and then from there you'll be able to select the shipping option, which Sell Cashier actually will send you out a prepaid label in a box for free if you wanted. Which is something I'd recommend. And then you can select whether you want to get a check for your iPhone or send a payment directly to your PayPal account, which is going to be the quickest way. So Sell Cashier is a very quick way to get a quote for your iPhone, ship it out, and then get paid. Now the next one is called Clex 2. Now Clex 2 is actually a sort of new jailbreak tweak. And basically what it does, it lets you access your music info and controller by swiping from the left or the right. But the downside of it is that it only works with your music application. Me personally, I actually use the music application. I use Spotify a lot and also SoundCloud. So unfortunately, it does not work with that, but it does say that it's getting updated soon. So hopefully they'll update it for those different music applications, but it works with your music application. And when you swipe from the right part of the screen, as you see here, you get the album artwork, if there's any, along with the album name, song name, artist, and also the playback controls as well. And you also get some more songs to choose from at the bottom. Now if you swipe from the left, you have a search tool where you can search different songs, but that's pretty much it. That's Clex 2, and it allows you to access your information, your music information and controller by simply swiping from the left or the right of the screen. But other than that, guys, that's going to wrap it up for the top tweaks that are compatible with iOS 8.1.2. Now you may have seen a couple tweaks that I did not cover in this video, but that's because I have a new video coming out, a part 2 of this. So do stay tuned for that. If you don't want to miss that, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to stay subscribed if you're already subscribed. But if you're not, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you'll be notified when we come out with that video. And also go ahead and like this video if you did enjoy it and if you want more, because there will be more, so stay tuned. Hit the like button though. And also, if you're not following me on social media like Twitter, Facebook, Google+, and Instagram, all of my links are always down below. And like I said, if you don't want to miss the part 2 of this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. But anyways, other than that, thanks a lot for watching, and catch you all on the next video. Alright? Peace!